Hello, everyone. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Angela, and I'm a functional medicine practitioner. I'm a healthcare professional that has been working in the field of women's health for many, many years, over 20. And I love bringing you material that can help you start to understand where the root cause of your hormone-based symptoms are coming from, especially as you get into your 40s and beyond, you're approaching and transitioning into menopause. And I know this can be a time of turmoil for many women, for many different ways. And I know many women like you may be struggling with symptoms of low energy, brain fog, fatigue that seems unwarranted for the amount that you're doing in your everyday life, fatigue that you never used to have despite doing the same amount and maybe even less now. So that's the kind of fatigue I'm talking about, not just kind of general low energy. It's debilitatingly low energy, energy that you just can't seem to get back no matter what you try. And then also in relation to this, it's often very closely tied in that the moods start to get more out of balance. It can be related to having low energy. You have less patience. You're just not able to tolerate and cope with things the way that you used to because you're so tired all the time. And therefore, this can make you more irritable, moody, feeling like you're snapping on your loved ones, feeling like you're not actually in control of what you're up to, even though you want to be. And then you feel bad, sad, guilty afterwards. You may also be experiencing some panic attacks, anxiety related things that seem to just come out of the blue, out of nowhere. Again, like you have no control over it. It never used to happen to you. It's something that has come up as you get into your 40s, early 50s, and you're wondering what is going on. You're feeling like no matter what you do, you just have no control over what's happening in your life and the symptoms that go along with it. It may be fluctuating. It might be getting worse as you get to certain points in the month with your cycle. Or if you're not cycling, it may be happening more consistently. And either way, I'm sure it's upsetting your life significantly. And me also being in this portion of my life, I'm also in my mid 40s. So I do understand personally some of these changes that you might be experiencing. I know it can be very disruptive to your everyday life, your family life, your relationships in your home. It might also be affecting your ability to work, your ability to be productive at work, your ability to be social outside of your home, especially if you're experiencing anxiety and panic and that kind of thing. So there's just a whole host of symptoms that can go along with this time of life that really you didn't expect. And you're probably wondering, what can you do? And something that's very commonly offered if you see one of your local practitioners is to ask to bring in some hormone replacement therapy. So this is something that I find is a very controversial topic. And so I did want to bring it to you today and just let you know a little bit of my thoughts around it, because I actually have utilized hormone replacement therapy to try and help my health in the past as well. And I know for some women, they do find it almost a savior. It's something that really brings back some of their feelings of normalcy in regards to energy, mood balance, possibly even libido, and just their general vitality for life. So I do get that. But I do also see a lot of women that try this really as a symptom based approach to how they're feeling, and they actually don't really get anywhere with it. And often, what happens to these women is the longer they use it, the more they start to get some of the side effects that can be experienced with using HRT, whether it be synthetic or bioidentical, which is the more natural form of hormone replacement therapy. But either or, if it's not working for you, can create symptoms. And some of those symptoms that are very, very common are weight gain, more bloating, more digestive upset, not improving your symptoms enough to actually have you want to stay on it. Some women report getting acne, they get enlarged breasts, painful breasts, that kind of thing. And many women report that they just don't feel the benefits of being on it. So why are they doing this in the first place? So I want to let you know that that's some of the things that I experienced personally as well. And the reason I know I experienced them and why many women do experience this is because you don't have the baseline lifestyle principles in place that actually help to keep some of the systems of your body balanced that actually allow this hormone replacement to really do its job properly. So, for example, if you bring in those hormones and your body's not able to utilize them, it's not able to break them down, not able to process them, not able to detoxify them, get rid of the excess that no longer needs to be used. For example, if your bowels aren't moving properly, so you're not able to eliminate not only excess hormones, but any other excess toxins that could be in your body that could be influencing your hormones, this really just isn't going to work. And to be honest, what it does is it creates an even bigger mess. It creates more inflammation in the body, and therefore it starts to drive up either the symptoms that you already had, where it makes some symptoms pop up that you might have not even had before. It just generally makes things worse. So if this is you, and if you feel like you maybe have even tried hormone replacement therapy and it didn't work for you, then what are you left to do next? This is the other conundrum that we're left with. Okay, well, that didn't work. That's really the only thing that I was offered to help me with my hormone-based symptoms. So if that didn't work, what do I do now? Am I just left to put up with it and just hope that things get better the longer I'm working to transition towards and beyond menopause? Well, we can hope for that. And there is the chance that that could happen. But most likely, you're going to have to do something else about it, because typically when the hormones are out of balance and you're having hormone-based symptoms like some of the ones I described, it also has to do with other systems of the body being out of balance. So again, back to these lifestyle-based principles, if we don't have the basics in place, if we're not eating properly, if we're not exercising enough or the right amount for our body type, if we're not sleeping well, if we're really stressed out most of the time, we're never taking time to relax or just be calm in our bodies, these imbalances are typically one of the main things that can help to either perpetuate hormone imbalances or start to make them better if we can get these things right. And so I find that when I work with women and we work on some of these basic lifestyle principles, combined with digging a little deeper and understanding through proper functional lab tests, which is what I do when I work with every female, is to really understand what systems of the body need the rebalancing. Let's get the lifestyle principles in place. Let's get you eating properly. Let's get you sleeping well. Let's give you some stress management techniques. Make sure that it works for you. Let's try and buffer some of your stress, lower it if possible. But let's understand also by proper functional lab testing what's happening in the systems of your body that could be creating some of these symptoms. It's never going to be just the hormones, even though it is a hormone-based symptom. So just keep that in mind. There's other systems of the body that work in conjunction with your hormones to keep everything in balance. And so when we do functional lab testing, we can understand this in much more detail. What are the systems of your body that are out of balance? How long has this been going on for? What do we need to do to really get the whole body working together in harmony again, so that those hormones can start to balance themselves out? And there really is no magic pill. There is no magic hormone replacement therapy or anything else that's going to help us get and stay symptom free if we don't have the rest of our body in balance along with some of these approaches. So I do believe this is also why hormone replacement therapy can be beneficial for some women, and why they see and feel benefits both short term as well as even potentially longer term, is because they already have some of the systems in their body in balance that actually allow these hormones to do their job properly when they come in. So there is options either way to use hormone replacement therapy or not. But one way or the other, we still have to make sure that we get all of the rest of the body in balance first before this stuff really becomes effective for us. And there is also a time and a place to not use HRT. It's certainly not something that every woman needs as they transition towards and into menopause. The body really is meant to maintain homeostasis and balance throughout our life. We aren't meant to, as females, have the same amount of hormone in our body when we were in our 30s as we are in our 50s, 60s, and beyond. So we are meant to actually have a decline in our hormones and then have them stabilize at a lower level. The key is to make sure that the systems of the body that help us maintain the balance so that we're not terribly symptomatic in this process of change, they need to be back in balance. And so sometimes we need to really think about, what can I do with my whole body and all the systems of my body to get them back into balance so that I can feel not just hormone symptom free, but feel balanced throughout my body for the long term. So this is where I come in, and this is where you really do need a professional to help guide you and help you understand first what's going on in your body, do the proper lab testing, and create an individualized plan for you for not only managing your hormone-based symptoms, but actually repairing and healing the imbalances that are creating those symptoms so that you can get back to feeling like your best version of yourself long term. So if you are interested in learning more, please feel free to reach out. This is definitely my area of expertise. I work with women all the time. I've worked with them for many, many years to help them learn and understand how to rebalance their hormones naturally. So I would be happy to speak with you. And the best way for you to do this is to go to my website, www.angelasimpsonfunctionalmedicine.ca. And there is a place there for you to click on and book a free complimentary consult, which is anywhere from 30 to 45 minutes, where we will discuss your health, discuss your current concerns, and discuss if it potentially might be a good fit for us to work together to help you improve and optimize your wellness again. So I would really look forward to speaking to you. And thanks so much for watching this video. And I look forward to bringing you more in the future. Okay, bye for now.